What's up, bitches? It's the Respawn channel. We're actually going to rebrand, but we'll get to that. Today is Pride or Die. It's Respawn here. I'm joined by G, as always, Ains, as always, and today we have a super special guest, Max. Welcome, Max. How are you today?
Which I'm just noticing, a really good hat.
Really good hat.
Right? I got it today.
Oh, dope. Nice. That's a good purchase. What are we talking about today? I am not Starfire. So I have a trailer that I can play. We'll see if I can. Yeah, look at these. Oh, hang on. Let me embiggen. Yeah, there we go. Yes. And G's got a copy too, I think, somewhere.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Let me try sharing screen and show this trailer so that people know what we're talking about. Window. This one. Share. Oh. And then if I go like this, is it full screen?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, let me just, check that the sound is coming through for you. Is it working?
No sound.
No sound.
Please hold.
No doubt.
This is us determining the rules of StreamYard, so do not even worry. We're figuring it out together. Here it is, share audio. Durry. Okay, that's why I can't do a single window. All right, please hold. We're learning together.
It's an experience, you know.
It is
You're supposed to learn something new every day, so.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to play it with audio, and we're going again. Let me know if this works. No sound?
Nope, still no sound.
Great. Okay, that was a fail. We tried. So basically, I ticked the box, so I don't know why it's not working. It's a story about Starfire and her daughter, right? Like, is that the basics of it? How would you sum it up?
You could read the summary on the back.
I would say it's about Mandy and her mom, Starfire.
Oh, I like that. What is your initial, review? What do you think of it so far?
I wanted it just based on the cover.
Yeah.
I don't know this girl, but I want to know her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She's so beautifully drawn too. All the art in this is so fun to look at. Like, I don't know if either of you can hold up some of the interiors, but the way that she is drawn is really joyful and sweet.
It's really nice to see a chubby character drawn in a way that doesn't try to make them seem gross. Because that happens a lot in comics
to look at.
Where fat people are drawn in a really bad light.
Yep.
They make it look like fat equals ugly, and that's just not the case.
That's right.
In another stream we're doing with reading Sandman, they do that, and I love Neil Gaiman, but Despair is the only fat endless.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, cool. So you just really went with the low-hanging fruit of let's make our sad character fat, because fat people are always sad, right?
Right?
Yeah.
They gotta be.
Tell me you've never had a fat friend without saying you've never had a fat friend.
Hey. Let me just say hi to the chat real quick before I throw it over to Max and Ains. Jennifer says, hey, what's up, Jen? Danny says hi, and then Jen says Max because exciting. G says friends. A+ for effort. Thank you so much. I tried. I'm sorry I couldn't get it to work. I will do better next time. We'll have an intro and stuff next time too, like we used to back in the day. Miracle Man, Woot Starfire. Hello the chat. Hello the panel. Danny says very interesting premise for sure. Just haven't gotten to read it. Panel looking excellent tonight. What a flatterer. What a smooth operator. Yes, much more body positive image. It's a really light, fun read. I recommend it for when you've been reading a lot of dark books and need a break. It's like a little palate cleanser. That's nice. So, Max and Ains, obviously you think the art is nice because it's not fat phobic. Do you have any other thoughts on the story and the writing and the book in general?
Oh yeah. So I know that G said that they wanted it just based on the cover. and I gotta be honest, I wanted it based just on the name of the writer. So, I Am Not Starfire is by Eisner Award-winning Mariko Tamaki, who is one of my favorites. If she could just write like all of the teen girl characters coming of age like forever, that would be super. I would be really okay with that, because I can't remember the last time I came across someone who had such a good voice for disenfranchised teenagers who are trying to find their place in the world. And they're all gay, so that's I love it. I love it. I'm here for it.
I just did her X23 run last weekend, and like same with that one. Like her writing Gabby as like this tween that really needs to know who she is, and Laura being this early 20-something who doesn't know what to tell her. They have like ongoing in that book, they have a thing about like Gabby wants to know her birthday, which is such a little thing. And they talk about that in this one too, of that like Starfire doesn't even know her birthday. She never talks about it. Well, we'll get into it, but yeah, and the way like Mandy's birthdays have been dealt with. But yeah, like I like she's just, any character she writes, I instantly believe them. I do want to know. So like Max, I need you to speak for all teens right now. You can speak for all of them, right? So like from a lot of angry white dudes, I saw that like nobody talks this way. Teens don't talk this way. Because 30-something white men know what teens do.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course they do.
Was that like a thing? Did you think the dialogue was unbelievable, or like?
Honestly, it was a lot better than like what most writers do. Well, they will like overuse the use of like numbers replacing like 2 or B4. Like, yes, teenagers do that, but not every sentence.
I love on Law and Order where everyone texts in all caps all the time.
That's mostly what me and my friends do.
So maybe Law and Order is accurate, and now I'm out of touch.
But in I'm Not Starfire, with like the texting is a lot less cringy than a lot of other grown-ass people writing about teens will make it. So that was nice. It was nice to read something and not
I bet. That's really cool. I love that some writers are really good at capturing that voice.
I was really disappointed, and I don't know if any of you read it, but The Testaments, which is like the sequel no one asked for to Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I haven't yet. I think I've got it on the shelf too, but I haven't read it.
Okay, like there's parts of it I really enjoy. But there's a character in that, a new character that's introduced, and she's like 16 or 17 and is like constantly under the threat of death, but is also super worried what this boy thinks of her. And I'm just like, maybe, which is so disappointing because I love Margaret Atwood. I think she's got like I love her brain. But then like it's just maybe a 70-year-old woman doesn't exactly remember what it's like to be a 16-year-old.
Yeah. As much as you say that you do, I guess like it's hard because this is something I think about all the time. And Max, maybe you do too. I don't know. Maybe kids don't. I don't know. You tell me. Our
cats are doing something weird. Sorry.
Oh, cute. That's cute. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the framing of time. When you're a child, a half hour is a lifetime because you've only had so many half hours. But once you've had like 40 years of half hours aren't so bad anymore. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's what happens with like the distance of your connection to your childhood self, right? You just like over time, you can't help but that connection just like kind of.
I feel like you're making adulthood sound really scary.
Adulthood.
You know, when you get older and time becomes irrelevant, you lose your joy.
It is. And then you lose the will to live and everything's terrible.
Gone a while ago.
Oh, look, you're already grown up.
Expensive and you're not even having any fun.
All right, I have a question for a Miracle Man. Is Nightstar in it? I'd love to see the relationship interplay between the two characters. Who would like to take this one?
Nightstar?
I
Please
don't
love.
know who
Is that
Nightstar
Blackfire?
is.
Oh
You
God,
mean
we're about to.
Blackfire?
Excuse me, Miracle Man. Come back. Leave it to middle-aged paunchy white dudes to whine about the dialogue in a book written for a young audience. Yep.
Right.
Can
Yeah.
confirm.
I remember I hated it. I did the thing and I got into it with a dude about it who's like, I hate this because the writer seems to have forgotten that like there are good aspects of childhood, not just bad ones. And I'm like, dude, you realize like there are people who don't have good aspects to their childhood and they deserve to have stories that speak to them as well.
That's fair. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Also, I don't know if you remember what it's like being a teenager. Even when shit is great, it still feels like the end of the world.
Yep. Yep. Because hormones. That's just the reality.
Oh, Nightstar. Ooh, she sounds hot. I need to know more about her.
Daughter of Nightwing and Starfire. I love that combination too. Like that's such a cool name in the Kingdom Come continuity.
I want a book between her and Darkstar, the daughter of Oliver Queen and Felicity Smoke in the Arrowverse. She's so blonde and she's so angry. I've realized in the last week I have a type because I'm like, I love Carol Danvers and I love Ripley Ryan and I love Yelena. And
I also love the blonde angries.
Right? Yep. And I'm like, I love petite, angry blonde.
Yeah.
Get so angry, get so angry.
Oh, yeah. So, Ian's so cute. Love G's upset dude impression. Yeah, it's pretty great. I'll send a link. Yes, please send a link. I would love that.
Perfected it over many conversations with upset dudes. You don't hear my white dude laugh.
Yeah, no, but so aside from the fact that I love Mariko Tamaki and everything that she touches, even if that wasn't the case, even if Yoshi Yoshitani wasn't an absurdly, ridiculously incredible artist, even if this book didn't look exactly like the kind of thing that I want to read because it's bright and it's colorful and it's got soft edges and it's just got motion,
but also colorful.
The fact that so many middle-aged white dudes were mad, I knew it was going to be the book for me, and it really was. It was excellent.
It really is a good selling point. Ains, do your eyelashes have rhinestones?
No, they in fact are tinsel.
Wow. Oh, wow. So we got a fancy hat and fancy eyelashes.
Do you have Christmas ones?
Tinsel? They're tinsel. So yeah, it's pink and silver.
That's so extra. It's the exact right amount of extra.
I love my fall season. I'm so glad that I've gotten back into them. Oh, sorry. Because I have a bunch. I do actually have falsies with rhinestones on the actual lashes, and I almost wore those. So I will.
Why does
I will
it
do
look
those
like Max had no idea you were wearing those?
I don't know.
Cute. So cute.
Like what?
Yeah.
So they're weird. Well, okay, thanks.
In a good way, right? In a good way.
Weird means like cool, right?
Right? Please tell me.
That's why my niece and nephew keep telling me I'm super weird.
Hey, Max, because you're our special guest, I need to know, like, why are books like this important? You know, like, what would you recommend it to friends? And
definitely. If any of my friends were literate. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, this felt a little like what audience is this going for? Because it felt like a little younger than like maybe Max's demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I read this in like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like it is aimed more towards like my age group because Mandy is my age. And it deals with stuff like having to decide like what am I going to do for college. That's.
So have you?
I reread it like 5 minutes ago. I just.
Do you know where you're going to college?
Story of my life. Yeah.
But it just that's like one of the biggest things, and that's something that I'm currently struggling with, and so it's not only important because it's. Where was I going with that? Hold on.
Story
It's
behind
fine. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going.
Yeah.
So Max isn't on his A game. I will be honest.
I have a concussion.
Yeah, he has a concussion. It's actually his second concussion. He is concussed right now. Which is why if you see him doing a lot of not looking directly at the screen, that's because I'm basically making him do that because he's not supposed to. But he still really wanted to be in on this discussion, and I saw that. I can literally see right there. So.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that as a disclaimer at the beginning that one of our panel is concussed.
We should have started with one of our panelists is concussed. Guess
yeah, which one? They'd never guess. All right. I love that you're reading it. What do you think the audience share is of people that have read it that are like kids to adults, just like guessing?
Honestly, I could see there being a weird contingent of nerdy parents getting this for their kid.
Yeah.
And then reading it kind of like to be like, well, like what is my kid experiencing kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That's why
cute. I buy YA stuff. Like so I can give it to the, children in my life that I care about. And indoctrinate them. But also to be like, yeah, like what are kids these days going through? Because they've made it abundantly clear that I am out of touch.
Okay. We're not supposed to be, as I explained in my really depressing monologue. Robo's here. What's up, Robo? Robo, have you read this? Any of the chat? Have you read this? I would love to know what people think.
Also, has anyone read like any of the other DC YA stuff? And like, is there anything you recommend? Because I would love to read more of these, but I just like, I don't know.
I really want to read the John Constantine book that got put out a little while ago. There is a preview.
Really interesting to me, a concept like who thought of that and why.
Are we just going to become a DC YA graphic novel book club? Because I'm fine.
I'm fine with that.
If they keep putting out quality content, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
I guess like Starfire, you could argue the same thing, but I really don't understand Constantine in a YA environment.
The thing is, Constantine was a young adult at one point. So, like, you kind of, I think that's a really good challenge.
Yeah, that's right.
For a writer, because, like, it's like Giles in Buffy, that they, like, hint at his past. But, like, so there was a teenage John Constantine who came from a family of magicians. So, yeah, like, no, his childhood probably wasn't like yours or mine or even Max's now. Like, his was probably, like, especially not like Max's now. Because it was like 60, 50 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's a really interesting challenge.
I think it's an interesting challenge that can fail hard if you've
The writer taking up that challenge is very brave.
Very brave. Like, how do you, because every second word out of his mouth is a swear word.
I mean, if you'll notice, this one did have swears in it.
It did, yeah.
It did. It dropped the F-bomb like 4 or 5 times. I was surprised.
That's pretty standard for YA, right? I don't know. I haven't read a lot lately. Is that modern YA's got a few swears, right?
I mean, I know that like PG-13 movies can get away with what is it now? They can definitely get away with one use of the word fuck, but I don't know if they can do 2 and keep their PG-13 rating. I think 2 and it becomes R automatically.
Okay.
But
I hope there's like an exchange rate. Like you can have 1 fuck or you can use 2 shits. You can have 3 damn.
It's like a trade system.
Yeah.
That's great. Miracle Man's Rex, I think. Teen Titans Beast Boy was good. The Catwoman one was good too, but don't recall the name. So
I
we
got
should all
the
read
Catwoman
those.
one and I really promptly gave it away to my niece because like she has her favorite thing to wear is her Catwoman suit. She got it for Halloween and it's just what she wears now.
That's so sweet.
For the record, she's like 10 or 11. She's like already pubescent. So like this is not like a little kid doing this.
All right. I have to ask, what did everyone think? I don't know who wants to start, but what did everyone think of Starfire as a character in this?
She was so cute.
Right?
She really was.
Yeah.
Honestly, she kind of reminded me sometimes of like Secrets when Ainsley talks about Max of just like, I love my kids so much and I don't know like how to connect with them.
Yeah.
You talked about me? Oh, I talk about you all the time, dude.
Oh yeah.
All the time. It's so cute.
Yeah, so I found Starfire to be incredibly relatable in this. Because yeah, she wants to be a good mom and she wants to be involved in her kid's life, but also they're teenagers. That like hanging out with mom is not the coolest thing in the world. So there is a big disconnect. They're really coming into themselves as people. They're pushing back against like authority and all that stuff. And like I want him to do that. I'm sure that Starfire, like she wants Mandy to come into herself and to be her own person and to grow, but she wants to make sure that she doesn't like grow completely away, and she still wants to do what's best for her, and she's trying to impart her wisdom, and kids don't really take
broke my
wisdom
damn
so
heart when she set up that Chinese food dinner.
Yeah.
To be like, let's talk about college, which she's like, hey, I'm reaching out. And that's, of course, the thing that Mandy doesn't want to talk about most right at that second.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, like, I just,
the timing.
Starfire.
Yeah.
Well, and then she looks at the table strewn with food and she just pulls the blanket over her head. Amazing. And lays down.
Yeah. I love Max's dancing to your parental anguish. It reminds me of those, those TikToks where the girls like they have the voicemails from their exes and they're like desperately crying to get them back and they just like full on jam out to it. That's what it reminds me of.
I've never seen those, and you should send them to me.
They're amazing. That's so great. Yeah.
The only TikTok I see is what Dakota sends me because I'm about like 12 years too old for TikTok.
Yeah. I actually, so if Robo's still here, I downloaded it last night.
I know. Oh, he got a convert at last.
I'm sorry. I'm on TikTok. I know. It's because I had a really good idea for a TikTok and I was like, I have to make this now. So stay posted. I'll make one. And it will be.
So no, sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna find the picture. I wanted to point out, like, I know that I gushed about the art earlier. It is absolutely beautiful. It is stunning. But something else that I really appreciate about the art is
find some of the art.
Yoshi Yoshitani still did her best to make sure that Dick Grayson's booty was big and round and bubbly. She kept the booty.
I sent Ree one.
Okay, so I can actually share this one, I think.
Oh, okay, good. I hope it's from the page before where he's standing next to Beast as a cow.
I believe it is.
Ass.
Let's see if this works. Okay, is this in order?
No.
Those are backwards. So start at the other side. Ooh. No. I like that one because I love her freckles because they remind me of stars.
Oh, that's nice. Should we go through the whole lot?
But yeah, the one with Dick Grayson's butt. It's the fourth one.
Dick Grayson's butt. 3, 4. Oh yeah, there it
is. Yes, there we go.
Okay, also can we note that every time you see Gar, he is a different animal?
Yes.
Yes. Look how cute they're all fucking drawn.
I did like that.
Makes me so happy. I also really like the faces.
Was such an important like little thing to sneak in there.
Yeah.
This is her love interest's two friends. Mm-hmm. And like this is such a common, like I've seen this happen. I've even been this person. I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna ask you a really offensive question. Like, so do Black people go swimming? I'm not being prejudiced. I'm just trying to get information. Like,
that's such a good comparison.
So like I appreciate, because I never saw this kind of stuff getting called out in media, which is why I said shit like that.
Yeah,
because like, you know, like that's normal, right? You can say that, right?
Yeah.
But like I like it because like I wish I had gotten messages like this. Did I break your kid? I wish I'd gotten messages like this because there's like a list of microaggressions that I'm guilty of, but like, man, I wish someone had told me that.
We all are. Yeah, we all are. What's this one?
Oh, I just really like the passage of time illustrated by that spinny pencil.
Oh yeah, me too. They did that a few times with the pencil, and every time it was like perfectly placed, and all the layouts are actually really nice. and
It's
enjoyable.
easy to follow, but engaging.
Yeah, and it's like something I
Ainsley, you
haven't
are
seen
muted.
before. Oh, Ainsley, come back.
I
Yeah,
want to know what she's saying so desperately.
me too. I want to keep looking at these pictures too. So, do you want to talk about this one?
We can't. Hold on, I'm gonna type in the chat. But yeah, I just want to. I'm a sucker for like a close-up eye picture. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
Um,
All the facial expressions are A plus.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved her freckles and the way they kind of looked like her mom's stars. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
I'm reading into it way too
sweet.
much.
That is so sweet. Um, all right, should I keep going or should I try and fix Ainsley's sound issue? What
I
should
don't
I
know.
do? Me
Maybe
neither.
let's see what's happening in chat. I'm gonna check there. That's
Okay.
a booty.
That's a booty.
Dad,
Flump.
they're talking about booty. Of course, they're talking about booty.
We can't hear you, Auntie. Cute.
Oh, dude, that is.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah!
there we go. She's back.
Yay! Hooray! So anyway, what I was trying to say is that apparently that style of panel where it's just like the whole page and it's all these different things that are happening, but there's clearly a passage of time, is called a super panel. So anyway, that's it. That's
Super
what I was trying to.
It is a super panel.
Yeah.
Super panel.
Dope. This is cool.
We're gonna. Oh yeah. So like.
I hear you.
Oh wait, is that your hearing? Oh,
No.
whoops. Never mind.
Sorry.
Never mind.
Sorry, Max just tried to talk into the ear that has my earbud instead of the ear that has my hearing aid. So
That's not gonna work.
No.
I just like this because like I enjoy when you get to see like there was one I didn't think was as good a photo, but like it's her above waking up with no makeup, and like it angers me when I see people waking up in movies and books and whatever, and they have full head of full makeup. So like I just appreciate seeing her without her makeup. That's all.
Yeah. I agree. It's nice to see someone with like bags and wrinkles,
right?
And it not like being a bad thing either. You know what I mean? Like it's normal. It's just normal.
There's another one.
Is this what G says to me on a daily basis, or
pretty much? Yeah.
So, do we want to talk about? This, or?
Yeah, that's spoilery. Do we want to get spoilery?
I think we should. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you think, Ains? Is it time to get spoilery?
we're reviewing the book, so it's kind of hard to do that and talk about things without being spoilery.
Yep.
If you don't want to know spoilers, stop watching now.
That's right.
But also don't stop watching.
Mute.
Yeah.
Just mute it. Just mute. But hang out. Talk in the comments.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Gee, should you kick us off? Would you like to talk about this section?
So like this whole book, you ever like a character you know you're not supposed to like?
Yes, all the time.
Yeah. I love Blackfire. I know she's terrible, but I love her.
Man.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't know why. I guess no, I do know why. Go read Justice League Odyssey. That'll explain why. It's a great book, and she's great in it. But yes, this whole book, I'm wondering, is Blackfire going to show up? And guess what? Guess what?
What?
What else have we? Sorry, Ainsley, did you want to talk on this section as well? Or Max?
I did want to talk a little bit about Claire and how she does something really stupid and really selfish, and she makes a bad decision that gets her in trouble, and she fucking apologizes for it. She isn't immediately forgiven, and she apologizes again. Like, it was incredible to see this, and to have it like shown. Hey, you can apologize for someone, and they don't have to forgive you,
right?
And you still have to be sorry. Like, you don't get to just say, oh, okay, well, they didn't accept my apology, so they just suck. No, like, she didn't do that. She gave it another try and said, I really want to apologize to you properly.
Mm.
And then she does, and then, like, that was so cool. That was so great to see. And I really would love to see more like that in just books.
And empathizes and thinks about, like, why was this hurtful? What should I have done? Yeah, like, yes. She does not center herself. She centers Mandy.
Yeah, and when she doesn't know how to fix it, she goes to a friend and says, I like this person and I don't know how to fix it.
Right.
And of course, at first he tells her, well, I don't care. But
and
then
I
he
loved
does help
that,
her,
like,
which is nice.
when Lincoln was like, there's a bigger problem going on, she was ready to be like, oh, okay, I will set aside my problems and we will concentrate on this bigger problem. Yeah, you should keep that girl around.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
I understand they're young and it's probably not like forever, but
yeah. Max loved Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lincoln
Yeah.
Like, that was the friend I really, really wanted in high school, and I got a shitty libertarian instead. So,
dude, find the frame where Lincoln's doing the little cat shit, because oh my god, that was the frame.
I didn't take a picture of that.
I'm looking for it. Here it is. So hold on. So I read this first, and then Max read it, and I was watching him sitting in the chair, and I'm just staring, waiting for him to get to this exact moment, because I knew he was gonna react, and he like makes this sort of just like goes, oh, and I'm like, oh, you got to the part with Lincoln. And so it's right here.
Oh, I love that you know each other so well. That's so sweet. How cute.
I love him. I don't know if I want to be him or be with him.
The struggle is real. Yeah, the struggle is real.
That is, I think, one of the queerest statements ever.
I was gonna say, I was like, that is every time a lesbian speaks to me, that's what comes out in me.
Like gender envy, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he's so cool.
That's kind of, honestly, I felt that way about Mandy. Like, that's the person I wanted to be in high school. That's what I wanted to, like, pass as. But, like, I don't have that body. I'm not that person. But yeah, like, I feel you, except just Lincoln, not Mandy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was very like.
Also, I'm very jealous of Ree.
Very jealous of
Ree. I'm not gonna steal your skin.
Me?
What?
You dog?
Why?
What?
Why?
I feel like you've got like a very grown-up Mandy vibe.
That is so
You
nice.
do.
Yeah.
That is so nice. Oh my god. I'm such a hot mess. Thank you for all the compliments. Though.
I'm sorry. I
Literally, dude.
you made that
I'm gonna out my mom right now. I'm gonna out her when you you sent a selfie in one of the group chats, and mom showed me, and she was like, "She's so pretty. She's so pretty. She's so hot. She looks so good." And I was like, "She does. What?"
I'm filled with love.
I mean, you're not a hot mess.
You're just hot.
Just hot. Yeah.
I'm like about to cry. Thank you so much. That is so nice. I love that so much. Also, you're in trouble, Max.
No, because when I told you that I audibly exclaimed, I really did.
That is so cute.
And Max asked what, and that's when I told him and I showed him the picture. Like, I wasn't joking. I like half shrieked because it was such a great picture.
So. I just went whoa and said boobs and showed.
So I have the best friends in the whole world. G, Ains, and Max, obviously, best people out.
We're best friends.
Yeah, we are. You don't know that yet, but we are. So thank you. I'm just like so blushing right now. Yeah, thank you so much. What should we talk about next? What is there anything that I haven't asked you about that you'd like to mention? I feel like Max should take this question because you're a special guest. I want to.
Yeah, I should, shouldn't I? I honestly, I thought that Claire was going to end up being just an absolute dick, like the rest of her friends. So it was really nice to see that she didn't, and it's nice to finally get like a not over sexualized, not toxic queer relationship in a comic
Mhm.
aimed towards younger people.
Mhm.
Because like a lot of times it's either over sexualized for men. How do I get my there we go. Over sexualized for men.
Yeah.
Portrayed as super toxic to like, ooh, gay relationships are bad, evil. They'll kill you. They'll get
It's
you.
true.
Or also because people love to consume queer trauma.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
they sure
Yeah.
do.
It's such
Or it's just done
I think
wrong.
it's
Yeah.
such a like odd line to walk. Almost, I'm not saying you have to be queer to write a queer character, but I think it helps because so
You
often, yeah,
probably
it's very
should.
clear that you only know queer people from media, and you've never actually met one. So like, because like, yeah, there are
Peter David.
there are a lot of queer people who do have like big trauma in their past.
Yep.
But there's also people like I loved Love Simon because like it was just like, you know, like is a movie that ended well. It was just a wholesome coming out story. Same with like Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happens to the gays.
I think
Schitt's
we had
Creek
this
was
conversation.
so good.
And like
It's
I
so
thought
good.
this one did a really to this is not queer, but as in terms of like fat phobia, I thought this one did a really good job riding the line between making it part of the story but not the main focus of the story.
Yeah, it felt like it had sensitivity readers,
Mhm.
which is
Well, I think
something I think
Mariko Tamaki is
most.
also fat, so that
Well,
helps.
like, yeah, absolutely. Like, you can tell that
She's a
there's
girl.
genuine. That's exactly what we all keep saying to each other, right? Is like, you can
Mhm.
have stories about queer trauma and you can have stories about queers that are just being happy and living their lives. But what separates all of them is the genuine voice behind it. You can really.
I did appreciate that she had shitty friends, but one of the reasons her friends were shitty wasn't that they were homophobic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
Also, on the subject of the shitty friends, Claire has a line when she's giving Mandy the full apology, when she acknowledges that her friends are dicks and that they're shitty people, but they've always been her friends, so that's why she stuck with them, is because it's what she always knew. But she doesn't like who she is when she's around them, and that was so awesome to see a young person being portrayed with that level of self-awareness of, I don't like who I am when I'm around these people.
that's something I did not fully learn until my late 20s.
Nice.
That like there were still friends that like I had to be like, you know what? I can't be around you because I am not a good person when we are together.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's a big lesson to learn in high school, and that's one of these reasons that I'm like, I think this book is appropriate for every age group.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um,
I wouldn't limit it to just young adults. It would be for everyone, especially
Right.
like when you mentioned before the parents of any
Mm.
teenagers, whether they're LGBT, fat, whatever, like
Literally, if you have a child, this is
yeah,
relevant because I
yeah,
think every parent and child deal with this
yeah.
of
There's
like, I'm
elements.
not my parent.
That's right, and
I
you're trying to
also,
figure out.
oh, that's later.
Oh no no. Before I let you go, because I want to know what you were thinking. Shit. Now my thoughts left my head too. Maybe you should
I'm
go
sorry.
first.
Oh,
What were
just
you
like
gonna
I
say? You go first.
appreciated the lesson, which spoilers, the end,
Yeah.
at the end that you get that she is not the opposite of Starfire,
Yeah.
and that the opposite of Starfire is not what she wants to be.
Yeah. So that was going to be my point, right? Is your parents
Nice.
are thank you so much for reminding me. Role models for and against. Your parents are always the thesis and antithesis of what you want to be, right? Like you can
Yep.
look at your mum and be like, I never want to do XYZ, but then you can also hopefully look at some parts and be like, that part,
Right.
yeah, maybe not for
You have
everyone,
to
but
take the good and the bad and separate them.
yeah,
And like even with friends, any loved one in your life that comes and leaves, like you have to take the good and let the bad go.
yeah. And I've actually been guilty of the opposite. I think I had the realization where Glynis had in my 20s where I was like, oh, I shouldn't be around certain people. But then at the same time, I realized like my parents have a lot of like flaws that I'd just been ignoring and pretending weren't there. So I'd actually done, instead of being like, oh, I never want to be like them, I was doing the opposite in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so everyone is flawed. Everyone is trying, I think, their best. And I think that's what this story really gets across is like, sometimes everyone fucks up.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And everyone has like that peace inside them. Well, I'll say again, most people have that peace inside them where the intent is like they just want to see the people they love succeed and grow and experience joy and happiness. So it's nice seeing that like relationship spider web in this story too. Everyone really gives a shit about each other.
Right. And it's okay for things to be bad. They can get good again.
Yeah.
Like relationships. I know this is something like you and I have talked about, Rhea, that like relationships change and sometimes they're never the same, but like that doesn't mean that they can't be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such a wise way of saying it. I was actually saying that to
I'm very wisdomous.
You are. It's true. I was saying that to Miracle Man about his daughter who is 15. Max, how old are you?
16. I turned 17 in 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Happy birthday! Wait, what date are you? In September? What day?
19th.
That's an excellent day.
What?
Me too.
No shot.
No
For
shit.
real?
Yeah.
Birthdays, Claudies. I didn't know. I suck at birthdays.
My God. I turned 30 this year. You turned 17.
Oh, man.
Boom. Shaky bit, yeah. No more concussions. No more concussions.
Like,
please,
can I ask, like, what happened to cause the concussion?
Okay.
Yeah, conversation.
So, you want to know what caused? Both of them were in gym. Both of them were in.
See, this is why I'm firmly against gym.
Yeah. The moral of the story is gyms cause trauma.
The first one was
quietly with a book.
Door. And the second one, this one, I was trying to skip gym by sitting underneath the bleachers.
Nice.
And I noticed that the class was leaving to go back inside, and I was like, "Oh shit! I gotta get back inside." And so, I rushed. I realized I have another bucket hat. It's pink. I realized, oh my God, my bucket hat. And so I ran back to get it. I bent down to get it. Bow! Right on the metal bar of the bleacher. I go, oh, that hurt. Better get back inside and not tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
Until Monday.
When I had a splitting headache and went, Mom, I have a splitting headache.
And I said, how did you get that? He said, I hit my head on the bleachers.
And she went, again.
How do you have something hurt you and not tell everyone all the time?
I mean, I told people, I'm telling everybody.
My stomach hurts.
I love complaining, but it was very embarrassing because I was not only skipping class.
So young.
You forgot your hat. 2 embarrassments. No, I would be the same. And probably your brain wasn't in the best like spot to be thinking clearly at that point.
Because he had a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't be too hard on yourself, It is what it is. Oh my God, I can't believe you're turning 17 in 3 weeks. So that means, wait, what is it? Is it 21? I can't believe
Ainsley has a kid who's that old.
Isn't that crazy? I thought Ainsley was 17. This makes no sense.
I know, like, good job turning 17, but more than that, good job keeping someone alive for 17 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
especially
I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
I'm like intensely proud that I kept like 2 kids alive for like the 12 hours in total that I babysat them.
So cute. That's what I was going to say before. Miracle Man's got a 15-year-old, and I was saying like because like teenagers, right? They just like your relationship, right? Your relationship changes.
And then we can talk.
Yeah,
anytime.
That's right.
Anytime.
And I was saying the same thing that G mentioned, which is like the relationship changes over time, and like even though as a teenager you're pushing boundaries, let's say, and learning who you are and your independence and all that fun stuff. After you get out into the world and start realizing like exactly how much your parents have done for you over the course of the last 20 years, that's like, I know Max and Ains are just going to like get closer and closer and closer as time goes by, and it's nice.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's going to be cute. There it is. It's happening already. Such a cute. Oh yeah, now they're the same person. They're one being. Damn.
This is beautiful to witness. I'm really glad I could be here.
The amalgamation of Ains and Max. My stepson turned 18 last month and my baby turns 3 months next week. They really grew up fast.
Oh.
Wow, that's such a huge gap. That's amazing. Does your stepson hang out with your baby? Are they like friends?
I've got I know several people who have kids that there's a significant gap, and oh my gosh, the older just always dotes on the baby.
Yeah, all the time. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I was saying to some friends recently, like how much I love being an auntie. Just because like babies and oh man, it's so great. Having like Max, your generation is going to save us all. Just so you know, no pressure.
Good luck with that.
Hey, he can say that, but like seriously, I think the kids are all right.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially since my sister is a high school teacher and she just started a couple of years ago, and she teaches at this like, it's heavy Islander school, so it's mostly people of color. And I went in there and I was like trying to figure out what the vibe was, and it's so accepting and sweet, and they all like love each other, and there's no like slurs against any of the bullshit. Like it's nothing like when I was in high school, and it's so nice to see.
I have
and Max
such hope
they're
for
like,
the younger generation.
I call my friends and I call each other slurs, but that's because we can say them.
That's
and
right.
It's lovingly.
Yeah, it's not in a malicious way. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how I say "I love you, bitch" to G and Ains.
Yeah.
So cute.
I really wanted to just go with something like that's actually still terrible, but I can't. I can't do it. Even for a joke, I can't.
Man, I meant to say, by the way, sorry, going back to Ignacio, congratulations, 3 months.
Yeah.
That's like such a little amount of time. I didn't realize that you'd had a baby so recently. So congratulations. That's really exciting.
I hope you get a nice long sleep soon.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you'll get a what do parents always want in that first newborn stage? Ains, you'll have to tell us because we don't know.
Showers.
I hope you get a nice warm shower and a nap and a snack.
So I don't know. I see people post things like, this is what life is like with a baby, and it's all this horrible stuff. Like, you never get a hot meal. You can never take a shower. You can't go to the bathroom alone. You know, the baby gets into everything and destroys everything. And I'm like, did I just, is he an angel? Like, was I blessed?
That's the point of the first kid. It's to lull you into a false sense of security, so you have the second kid.
My kid was fine.
Don't
Max,
do it.
what are you doing?
It'll
Max.
be terrible.
You need to rebel more.
No. Oh man. Why would you say that?
I joke.
Oh man.
I mean, you're doing great.
So anyway, about the book.
Yeah, I should say. So chat quickly. Jennifer says, "My high school had to drive your tractor to school day." That was really weird for me to read for some reason.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds exactly like what my hometown would do, with all the nonsense that implies. That sounds amazing. Miracle Man. Oh, I know what that means, Jennifer. Yeah, small town vibes. He lets us sleep, but comic deadlines keep me up late anyway. Oh, that's nice. I love that you're like living your best life. Comics worse than babies. What?
That is not true. My comics let me nap.
That's true. And they never poo me yet.
That part I'm not super worried about. I've been pooed on.
Yeah. I don't understand that complaint. Like if you're
I don't know, my comics definitely make me cry more than my kid, because I am now up to 3 short boxes in my read pile, and that's just the ones that I want to read before I put away. That doesn't include the like 2.5 short boxes worth of comics to just put away. So
I love how you said my comics make me cry more than my child, and then Max looked at you like offended.
I guess I'm not working hard enough.
Yeah, that's right. The expression was just really funny. All right, well, we're getting to the hour mark. So is there anything that any of you would like to say about this book that we haven't already said?
It was good.
yeah, it was so good.
Dare I say, poggers.
Yes.
Poggers.
What?
I do want to put out there, if you enjoyed this book, if you liked the writing, if you liked the story, I'm really going to strongly encourage you go out to your local comic shop, or like eBay or Mile High Comics online if you don't have an LCS, and look into Crush and Lobo, which is a limited series also being written by Mariko Tamaki, starring Crush, who is Lobo's daughter, who is a very similar kind of character. She's kind of like this goth punk loner, and Tamaki just has such a phenomenal voice for this kind of character, for this person who is trying so hard to figure out who they are, and it's just fantastic. I've loved every single second of it. It's only into the second issue. I think the third issue comes out next week, but I might be making that up. So yeah, if you enjoyed I Am Not Starfire, if it sounds like something you would enjoy, please go get Crush and Lobo and support that as well.
Nice. I love that spiel. I wish I had done that in the beginning, so I'm so glad that you did that for us all. That's really good. And I just want to say thank you so much for everyone's time, and especially Max, because Max has never ever been on the show before, and it was a complete and utter joy to have you. So thank you so much for being here. And even like while you're concussed, that's crazy. I can't believe you still showed up despite a head injury. So thank you. Appreciate it. G,
What a
Ains,
trooper.
What a trooper. Love your work.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy, and he's got a really good mum, so he'll be all right.
Yeah.
This was really great. I feel like I made a new like birthday bud and got showered in love.
I can't do that.
Oh, sweetheart.
Still not nodding.
Just not nodding exaggeratedly.
Yes.
That's it. This was so fun. Yeah, thank you to everyone in the chat that came to hang out. Read the book. It's really, really great. You'll enjoy it. Whether you're 75, 85, 95, 105, or 5, you'll probably have a good time.
Well, maybe not 5. They do say fuck a lot. So.
But like, how cute is it when a 5-year-old says fuck? It's like the cutest shit.
This one time, my nephew, when he was like 4, my sister swears around her kids. He knew that he wasn't supposed to say fuck. So in the middle of a Target, he sat down and started yelling fuck over and over again until Jack would carry him. Also,
that's actually super smart.
So
that is unfortunate.
They call their dad Baba, because like that's the Chinese daddy or dada or whatever. But they shortened it, so they just call him Bob, and it's adorable.
Oh, so
hey Bob,
cute.
can you get that for me?
I love that.
I know.
So sweet. Doing this brings me much joy. I think we'll be doing it at the same time next week. What is next week's topic? I know we decided it, and now
not next week because G is camping.
Right. G has a very busy September.
I do have a very busy September, but I'll be here.
But assuming that we can do it the week after next, I believe we settled on one of my favorites, Tim Seeley's 2018 to 2019, I think, Shatterstar miniseries.
Woo!
Yes.
Which I think I read for our queer representation in comics episode. I think I read it back then, and it was really great.
I have read it and I am very ready to read it again.
Yeah, I'm excited to reread it. I'm really pumped. So that'll be great. By the way, anyone that doesn't know, G is getting married next month. So
I
congratulations,
am
G.
doing that. Thank you.
Yeah. And
Yay!
it's gonna be great. So we'll definitely like bring that up in future episodes because I want to know all about it in my weird island land across
It's gonna
the
be
ocean.
super exciting. The courthouse, man, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah. But like this, yeah, it's funny because I say that, but there's all this cool shit happening around it, which you'll get to hear about if you tune back in 2 weeks. We'll talk more about it. Thanks
Until
everyone
then,
again.
you know, stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. Wash your hands.
Go get vaccinated.
Yeah, get vaxxed.
If you live in
wear your mask.
Wisconsin, they'll give you $100 to do it. So, like, you know.
Oh shit, do it.
What?
100% do it.
Yeah, Wisconsin is paying people $100 to get vaccinated. So,
You know, if it
you're-
works, bribe
Do you-
everyone. Yes.
I was gonna say, do you want to drive over here? Or, I don't think you need to be from this state.
Max, I need you to know that you have a bunch of fans in the chat. Everyone is very impressed with how you did.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think I could have done what you did today with your like situation. I'm really confused how you're like so personable and together, but thank you so much.
So
Max,
I gotta take a hot second because I did just look in the chat and Stan out there in the chat. Stan is the Stan that I talk about in our mod chat. He is my LCS guy. He's the one who ninjas my comics onto my porch every week.
yes,
He's my super grandpa. Yeah.
We've
So
heard
hi
so much
Stan.
about you,
Thanks for
Stan.
watching.
Stan the man. Thank you so much for
Stan
thank
is
you so
awesome.
much.
He is the best.
We've heard so much about you. You are such a wizard.
Right.
A superhero, like all the things. I feel like Max should leave us with the last piece of advice before I end the broadcast. Do you have any words of wisdom for everybody today, Max?
Just in general,
Yeah, whatever you want to say. Yeah,
Just like life advice.
the floor is yours.
life advice from a
Something you want,
16-year-old.
like,
Oh
everyone
God.
to know.
Don't. There we have it.